Hey Pisces, and welcome to your November 2016 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky again, and I'm here to give you guys hopefully a mind-blowing reading for your November. So first of all, if you guys love this reading, you can check out the description box below and jump over to my shop where you can purchase a private reading with me. All of the information is over there. Also, if you look in the top right hand corner of this video, you'll see the icon, the circle with the eye in it, and if you click on that, you can get some links like articles, videos, last month's reading. It'll just pop up in your video. It's really convenient. It's really handy. I'm really loving the YouTube card system that they've established. So yeah, so there's just some information for you guys as kind of some information going into this reading. So let's see what's happening for Pisces in November. So first off, Nine of Cups reversed. Something was happening where you didn't feel lucky. There's a lot of reversals in this reading. There's a lot of kind of energy that turned inward on itself. Things that didn't turn out as you expected. Some new beginnings that kind of progressed in a way that wasn't expected. I think the Five of Swords, in fact, has been in Pisces reading for the last 2 months in a row. Or I know at least last month it was there. So, you're really trying to address some people in your life who may have been taking advantage of you, or there may even be an aspect of vengefulness entering your life, whether this be in the form of someone else or whether you are now kind of wanting to get revenge on the people who have hurt you. It's not generally a majorly Piscean thing to do, but there's definitely that potential for November. The only upright card that you guys have is that Three of Pentacles, so you guys are rebuilding foundations. You guys are trying to establish teamwork with the people in your life, whether this be coworkers, friends, or family. There's a strong aspect of almost a miscommunication or just ideas that aren't mixing together right, and you want to address that. You want to fix that because this isn't anything new. This is something that's been happening for a while, probably for the last 3 months, and you want to fix it. So you're really trying to communicate with the people around you. You're trying to, again, make things flow more smoothly and establish teamwork. And that's what's going to help you moving forward in November, okay? There is going to be an aspect of luck. You've got the Nine of Cups, but your luck may be kind of running out, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's time to stop relying on luck, and it's time to really kind of take the matters into your own hands. It's time to stop being so dependent on others, potentially, and this could have to do, again, with creating that dialogue where you talk to the people around you, and you kind of communicate with them, and you figure out how to move forward better. Because there's something that's not flowing. There's a very rigidness because you've got the Devil reversed. There's kind of, you might feel a little bit trapped. Maybe people around you are feeling trapped. Kind of like you need to kind of break the shackles and break the chains and just establish a fluidity and make it to where things can flow a lot better. And so you can really kind of start on a new journey because you've got the Fool reversed too. Okay, and I did just realize you guys have 3 major arcana in your reading. You've got the Fool, the Devil, and the Hanged Man. All are reversed. So again, a major month. November is going to be a big month for you guys where a lot of karmic energy is coming in. A lot of, it's not necessarily unexpected, but it's just very, very energetic in November. And I'm also seeing that some Pisces might kind of feel stuck between a rock and a hard place, with the Hanged Man reversed kind of being at the root of everything. It's like you took out a period of time where you just let the world exist around you, where you weren't really trying to materialize much on the external world, and now you're kind of finding yourself in a position where every corner that you turn, there might be an aspect of conflict or tension, and I want to see more for you guys because you've got that Knight of Wands reversed too. And that could be a fire sign. It could be a male in your life who's kind of fallen out of favor with you. However, it could also be you denying your own passions, denying your own sense of aesthetic arts or art, and you're might not feel so adaptable right now, which is unfortunate because Pisces is one of the most adaptable signs of the zodiac. You're mutable. Pisces, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Gemini are the most adaptable signs. So maybe you're feeling a little bit disconnected from that. Maybe you're feeling really overly structured and a bit rigid. Again, rigid is a key word for November. And not just that you're being rigid, but that you're trying to work through that you want more fluidity in your life. Because, I mean, you're a water sign. You're mutable. You represent the depths of the ocean. It's very fluid. It's very fluctuating. And you'll find that your life is best when you allow that fluidity, when you learn to merge with it. And it's good to have it structured to an extent, but you're always going to have to kind of let go sometimes and step back from the wheel. Also, some Pisces might be starting a new job or starting some kind of new project. You've got the Knight of Wands and the Fool, and this might have kind of come up suddenly. There's an aspect of, there could be a sudden financial gain, and then it's potential that you might have to spend that on something that you're not expecting. But definitely I see a lot of Pisces that are kind of thrown into a situation where they just kind of have to move forward. I think when I see like the Fool reversed next to the Knight of Wands reversed, there's so much forward action, but it's kind of unexpected. It's kind of, it could be considered a bit tumultuous, but this isn't going to end up bad, I don't think. Because I feel that you're going to create a lot of good circumstances for yourself, and this is going to make some of the people around you who have not been so great to you, it's going to make them really see what an asset you are, like how amazingly talented you are when you step forward into this new career or when you take on this new project and you're successful. But there may also be a learning phase too where you realize that the success doesn't bring true happiness. It does. There is an aspect of happiness with it, but you've got to have that within yourself, and you've got to experience good relationships with other people. That's also very helpful. Like, there might be a very small percentage of Pisces out there who think that like money or material success can like buy happiness per se. And I think in November, the universe will be creating circumstances in which that's not the case, where you realize that it takes a little bit more than that. Okay, something that I'm getting very strongly is that there's something very bottled up in some of the Pisces out there. There needs to be a manifestation, a channeling of energies, and that I think is coming from the Devil reversed and the Five of Swords reversed. There's some anger, some potentially an abusive relationship, or even something like a death or from the past. I don't think that that's going to happen in November, but there was something that really has gone unexpressed for a lot of Pisces, and it now needs to be manifested and it needs to be channeled. And what doesn't need to happen is that Pisces like numb your pain with substance or an addiction, because that's another thing with the Devil reversed. There's an extent of like alternate realities that could be formed. Like you might be trying to really cover up any of your pain with with drug abuse, with substance abuse, alcoholism. Any of those things could potentially be a problem if you don't watch out in November. And what it is it's those emotions, those difficulties, they're kind of crushing inward on you, so you try to numb that with something else. Manifest them artistically. That's going to be an amazing thing to do. It was a similar energy for Cancer. And if you're a Pisces with any Cancer energy in your chart, I think it'd be really beneficial to watch Cancer's video as well. I'll put it into the card section of the video. And, I think that this is specifically accurate for any of the Pisces out there who have like a Cancer rising or Cancer moon or any fourth house or Cancer energy in their chart as well. There is something that you've tried to deny or tried to repress that has to come out. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to confront people. It might. Like, generally you have a good sense, Pisces, of whether confrontation will be beneficial or not. If you think that you can confront somebody and make progress, then it's going to be a really good time to do this. However, if you know that confrontation is only going to create more tension, is only going to create more problems for the future, it's time to manifest this upward and let it be and go about your own. And also manifesting this artistically, whether you guys are musicians, artists, whatever. It's time to turn some of these emotions, like I said for Cancer. It's time to create a physical, tangible object that is a representation of these emotions. It's time to write about it, or it's time to paint. And so you can separate yourself from it. So you can put that away if you want to, or display it. And you can allow and let your head know that if you want to experience this again, you can go there, you can take this physical object and you can experience it again if you want, but you can now separate now that you've created it a physical object. That's going to be so great for November. Another pointer for November is that some Pisces, you guys need to beware of desperate situations. I don't know where I'm getting that from. Like, do not be careful of what you do when you're desperate. If you're feeling desperate, with the Fool reversed and the Devil reversed, like, you've got to be really careful of taking leaps of faith, jumping into unknown situations, going into uncharted territory, and to an amount that's going to be inevitable in November. But if you have the conscious decision to either choose the stable, secure things that you know are stable and secure versus taking a major spontaneous leap of faith, just make sure that you've measured and assumed the responsibility that could go along with taking that leap of faith, because there's a potential in November that if you kind of out of desperation try to create a new circumstance for yourself, that you could potentially, what's the saying? Leap from the frying pan into the fire. So watch out for that. That's definitely a key word for November. Do not leap from the frying pan into the fire. Okay. Which is interesting to me with the Devil, the Knight of Wands, and the Fool. I'm going to have to remember that. That's a really good description of those three archetypes coming together. And on the other hand, on the other side of things, also be very weary of the people around you right now whose intentions may not be pure. And you're going to have a really good sense for this. I don't see a lot of Pisces ending up in a situation which they didn't expect or which they didn't foresee. Okay? But if a situation is bad, you've got to take steps to change it. You've either got to get out or you've got to work with this other person, because I'm not saying that for all Pisces there's going to be someone with bad intentions around them or someone who wants to see like this Pisces fail, but it's possible. But it's something that you're privy to. It's something that you already know, and you've got to be careful of how you proceed with this person or with this energy, because make sure that you're how do I want to describe it? Make sure that if someone around you right now is obviously going against you, that you don't just become the hanged man and martyr yourself and allow that to happen. Sometimes Pisces can do that. Sometimes Pisces can allow people to take advantage of them, because, there's an aspect of like, well, at least someone wants to take advantage of me. At least I feel important enough that someone needs something from me. And that can be, to the extent with all water signs, can be that way. Like, they like to feel needed. They like to feel motherly, or they're proud when they feel like other people need things from them. They feel useful. But don't allow someone to come into your life with negative intentions and just take and take and take and leech off of you, because that's just going to put you in a situation where you have to leap from the frying pan into the fire, where you get a little bit desperate and you have to like potentially jump into an entirely worse situation than you're already in. So you just really got to step back and work with yourself right now, Pisces, and you've got to realize who does not have your best intentions at heart. And you've got to like kind of buck up and take control, and either get real with these people or separate yourself. Those are kind of your choices, because I really don't want to see you guys just play the silent card, just wallow in your grief and allow others to leech off of you, because you guys have so much potential, so much energy as Pisces, so much abundant amount of emotional energy and wisdom, and to allow others to just come in and take that from you, when you could be using that for so many good things, when you could use all that energy to really increase your financial position, to help other people. When you're actually trying, it's one thing for you to have that goal to be like a healer, to help other people, and it's another thing when you've not established that and someone comes in and tries to take that from you. You know what I mean? So just get real with anyone who has bad intentions, Pisces, or separate yourself. There are a lot of changes for you guys that need to be made in November, and you have luck, and you have a lot of karmic influence coming in, so I have all the confidence that you guys have what it takes to do it. But, there's just a little bit of heaviness to work through for November, but I see also a lot of passion and a lot of energy and a lot of rewards to be gained from really drawing your boundaries and establishing an honest dialogue with people. Don't be mean unless this person deserves it, like don't just walk out on somebody, but, tell them, like, I really just am not in a position where I have a lot of emotional energy to spare. I've got to work on myself. I appreciate you as a person. I appreciate what you've done, but I just need a little bit of time. Things like that. That's how you work with people. That's how you work with the universe, by really establishing an honest dialogue. And then if people then further after that try to take advantage, then you separate, then you block, then you do what you have to do. You do whatever you have to do, because the universe realizes your honest attempt and your honest attempt to create a nice, honest, civilized boundary. And then what more you have to do beyond that, that's your business. Anyway, good luck, Pisces. And if this reading really resonated with you, you can check out the link to my shop in the description box and book a private reading. All of the information about pricing, etc. are on my shop. And if you would like to subscribe if you haven't yet, or like this video, I will be so grateful. And I'm so appreciative for all of my subscribers that I've been getting over the last few weeks, and all the comments. And I would love for you guys to establish a dialogue in the comments below. And I will try to respond to anyone who, kind of tries to start a conversation, and tell me how this energy plays out for you guys, like what your experience is, or if you have any other interpretations. I hope that you guys have a great November, and I will see you maybe in the middle of November with an exciting surprise on my channel. So see y'all then.